Hi guys, it's Belle here, and today I'm going to be working on my creative design team project for the wonderful Tracie Fox. Today we're just going to be making some ephemera, and it's still going to have a snow theme because we're still in winter and I love this kit so much. So the one I'm going to be using is Tracie Fox's Snowy Day Portraits. I love this kit. I actually have another project in mind I'm going to be using this kit for, but I wanted to come on and just do something a little bit ephemera based. I'm going to be using corrugated card in the spirit of using what I have and the idea of using packaging and things. I love working with corrugated card, so I thought this would be really nice. I've already backed it with some tea stain paper, and then we have this little scrap we may make an embellishment with. The first thing I want to do is I want to put some white gesso on this because that can be drying whilst I then choose a couple of images. I'm going to need 3. At first I thought, well, you know, is it too Christmassy? I really want it down the bottom more and up the top. Is it too Christmassy? Are people going to be like, Christmas is over with? But the fact is, isn't that a great noise? It's still snowing for many of us. So, not for me. I'm wishing it was snowing a bit more. Although there is a suggestion that we may be getting a storm coming our way where I am, and it may bring a bit of snow, so I'm excited about that. So this is me enjoying some snowy seasonal fun when I don't really get any snow my way. So that's what I'm enjoying, and these are adorable. I do have a little project in mind that I want to make, well, a larger project that I want to make with these images, but I don't know when I'm going to get that done because it's very busy. January is super busy, which you will know if you are watching my channel. Yeah, so we will see. And this is the thing, Tracie has so many amazing kits and so many wonderful kits that keep coming out that I have a project in mind for one kit and then I see another of her kits and I'm like, oh, I want to use that one instead. So isn't that wonderful just to have so many amazing products that you just want to use them all? So these images, I've just put that to the side. They have all different shapes and sizes. Again, none of them look particularly, well, there's a few that have like a tree and things, but they would work just for frosty winter. Now, some of these already have dots next to them because I'm going to be using them in my other kit. So what I need to do, there's so many adorable ones, little animals. Look at them. What I need to do, absolutely love this one, but this is going in my other project. So there's some, like, there's people look like they're carol singing, there's the church, but even that would do for winter, wouldn't it? We do have a couple of Santas, but then we have things like this where it's sleighs and snowballs. That could be for any winter time. Even that, I know it's a tree, but it doesn't specifically look like a Christmas tree. I mean, you just can't. The cuteness of some of these pictures is beyond. I adore this one. This one's fun. But yeah, I've marked that to go in. Yeah, that, or this one, look, with the fruit. So I'm going to choose the 3 that I want. And again, this is the Snowy Days Portraits. And then hopefully the gesso will be dry and we can start on the tags. Okay, so I picked some options because I like to have options. And these are sort of dry. Now the edge, the tea-dyed paper, I actually ripped it with, or I tore it with a ruler. And so there's this edge. And I was going to trim that off. But you know what? I really like it. The tags are 6 inches by 3.5, which is a favorite kind of size for me, and we're just going to cut the edges on these. I want these to be quite rustic. I want them to have that snow feel. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, so that was like that. Let's just hold this in place so it's not annoying me. And we'll trim this. It's such a beautiful kit. Okay, so we have our 2 tags. Now, I have a couple of images. I'm obviously more of a cat person, but I love dogs. I've said this before. I would have one if my cats weren't older and, you know, a bit hard. So I wanted to use one of the ones with the animal. How can you not be overcome with the massive feeling of cuteness from that? And then I have these. I thought the thinner ones would work better, but I just love these. I just love the smile, but you know what? I kind of love her too. So we have these, I think, are going to be on our tags. Just look at that. Even there, look at the smile on that lady's face. Oh, it fills my heart. It really does. I love it. I love them. I love a sort of images that are filled with joy. Ugh. And we're just going to rough up the edges a little bit. Yeah, we just need more joy, don't we? Images that make me smile and make me think, oh, that's adorable. Like I'm feeling for this, that instead of them being a couple, because they kind of look like they could be a couple, but instead of them being a couple, what I think they are is brother and sister. And I feel like they're visiting each other and reminiscing. This could be trimmed a little bit more. And reminiscing about their childhoods. That's what I feel for that ones. Yeah. Kind of. Just think it's adorable. And this lady, there's just something about her that's so serene. Oh, love it. So we have adorable kid or doggy, adorable couple that's well, brother and sister, and then we have this older lady who's serene. Maybe she's the crone of winter and she's watching over everything. I'm going to bring in some walnut stain because I need a bit of brown on here. So links will be down below. I'm sure all of you know Tracie anyway, but love it. I love bringing in the walnut stain a little bit because it kind of gives it, it really gives it that photo feel to me. Yeah. And they're just reminiscing. They're thinking about, because you know, like they're talking about a story where, I don't know, they went sledding or something, and oh, that bent in a lovely way. Oh, I like that. Or the time that they, I don't know, discovered some presents hidden somewhere, or their favourite memories of their parents. Now I want to rip in this one too. I mean, I literally want it to look more like a rip. Where is my... I don't know how that one happened. So we're just going to really burnish that down so it almost looks like it's more of a rip. And then I'm going to come in with my walnut stain on there too. Yeah. They're just talking about the things they got up to. Oh, we forgot our little girl and puppy. We can't forget them. Adorable. Oh, my goodness me. Look at that puppy's face. It just can't. Just can't. It's just, yeah. Love it. But we're going to be working on the tags first. Okay, so what I've also done is I've pulled out some brown packaging paper. And then some of this paper that I made from inks ages ago. And it's got blues and browns on here. And I also have some vintage music paper because I can't not have music paper. That's a thing. So we're just going to layer up different things, and we're just going to, I've got some fabric as well. I've got some other little bits from a couple of Tracie's other kits. Now, with this Snowy Days kit, you also get a sheet that's got stars, different kinds of stars. I'm trying to see, they're both the same. They've got stars and baubles, and I think they're in gold and silver. I'm not sure. And yeah, you've got those. I reduced the size of mine, and some of them I've backed again on some packaging from a food box because I wanted to give them a bit of layer. So I've reduced the size, and we're going to bring in a little bit of brown packing paper, I think. I don't know, we're just going to layer, we're just going to have some fun and have a beautiful snowy scene with this. But I thought some brown paper would be quite good, bringing it in. Oh yes, I like it. I like it already. It's just a teeny bit of brown paper. Let's have a look at the other one too. So great way to use up some packing paper. And I really am, this is what I'm focusing a lot on this year. And I just love working with corrugated card. I really, really do. I love the texture of it. And most of us can easily get it because it's often in... we'll come back to the little girl. We're not doing her yet. It's often in parcels and things that we get. So, you know, it's free in that sense. I mean, obviously you've brought something, but you know what I mean. I've got to rip and tear this. Got to have some vintage music paper. And I think at winter, I mean, music's so important. Just in general, music's important, I think. And it's so linked to many of our memories. And I feel like in the winter, especially as we're inside more, that music, you know, there's carol singing and all that kind of thing. I think that goes really well. And I just think, yeah, music's important at this time of year. You're inside more. I don't know. And anyway, I just like vintage music paper, so I will add it to my projects. I love this lady. I just love both of these, honestly. I just looked through this Snowy Portraits kit and there was so much that was like, love that, love that. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. That's funny. That made me smile. And I love that. I've been trying over the past year or so to work less with digitals. And even before that, there was only a few digital creators whose kits that I really buy a lot of anymore. I think I went a bit crazy when digitals were really a thing. First a thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got a printer, I can print out all these amazing things. But now I just have so many kind of bits and bobs from over the years. So there's only a few creators that I actively still look for their kits and want to purchase them. And Tracie's are definitely one of those, which just makes being on her design team even more of a even more wonderful, because yeah, I just love it. I want to bring in just a little bit of this blue colour. Kind of love that. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm wondering about using this bit down here. It's not got any of the blue on it, and I think I do want some of the blue just to bring in that winter colour. Just a little bit. Obviously, you might have pictures. This would be a great project to use for some of your vintage family photos if you've got some of those, because I just think they'd work really well. I've inked the wrong side now. We'll just have to do it like that. I think they'd work really well. I love working with photos, digital photos, vintage photos. Like, I just love working with photos. Yep, I like that. Oh, it's looking really good so far. What I want to do is I want to try and just glue the center down, because I don't want to glue it all together yet, because I think I'm going to add a few more things, but I also don't want it all moving around. And I am going to stitch. Again, you don't have to stitch, but I'm going to. If you're not going to stitch, obviously, when it comes to securing everything, make sure everything is secured really well. Oh, my nails match today. I have been feeling a wintry feel, so there is that. Let's have a look. I've got some fabric, and it's more of a kind of tan, sandy kind of look to it. Just thought some of that might look nice somewhere in here too. Oh no, come back. I just want to know what they're talking about. The smile on their faces. I just want to be listening into their conversation, you know. Like I said, I feel like they're siblings, like they're brother and sister, and they're just discussing some of the tricks they would get up to when it was winter time. That she's come to visit him this winter. They're spending Christmas together, their families, and yeah, they're just sharing old memories. Yep, I like that. Let's fray this even more. So I just want to be listening in on what they're talking about. I know we can't see a lot of the music paper now, but again, it doesn't matter. It's there in the background. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. Add a little bit over here on our lovely old lady, elderly, beautiful lady. Let's lift this. I feel like that could go there really nicely. Oh, it's so pretty. I also have like some laces and things that I thought might work really well with some of this. But this lace, that could actually go more on top. Let's trim it. Feel like it'd go really well on top of there. Love it. I want to use a different one for these siblings. Just bring in one little piece just under there like that. Okay, love that. Looking lovely. Let me bring you down a little bit. There we go. So that's looking lovely. Now I have all these little bits and bobs. A lot of them. Oh, I had some vellum actually. You know when you're looking at things and going, oh yeah, I wanted to add some of that. Oh yeah, I wanted to add some of that. Love a bit of vellum. Just adds a different feel, but it really does add that frosted feel to the piece. So let's add some of that. Add a little bit of ink here. Yeah, she just looks like she's so happy and content in herself. And they just look like they're having the best chat of all. I have some like little Tim Holtz pieces, but I don't think, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I want them on here. And we could bring that in. I do kind of like that. Okay, we could bring that in. I don't want it down the bottom because I'm feeling like I'm going to put more down the bottom. I need to also think about this torn a little bit. Need to also think about stitching, that I need to add my stitching. Do I want it to say ice on there? Because it does say ice. But then I feel like the red, we don't need the red. I want the blue. So I'm going to add that. Just going to add the blue bit. Which means we are going to lose that ice bit. So do you know what? I don't want to lose that ice bit. That'll look great on another piece of ephemera. But we can bring this piece in here. Like so. Okay, love that. Love it. And we've got the Tracie's. See, these aren't from this Snowy Portraits kit. These, I've got this, and let me find some more. These things are actually from her Tracie's Christmas Anthology kit, the 2024 one. And they were, I can't remember exactly which of the stories they were with, but they are in that kit. And again, I've backed them on some food packaging, and I thought, oh my goodness, these will work brilliantly for here. When I tell you, I am just loving how these are coming together. I truly am. Got these lovely flowers on this one. I've also, like I said, got the stars, Tracie stars. I've got a whole little bowl here just full of random bits. Got some snowflakes, obviously. Can't not have snowflakes. What about the tag? That might go better on the other thing. I've got this little piece. It's just a tiny stamped piece. I think I was gifted it, and I thought that would go on there really well. We have got some flowers as well. I mean, what do we think of the flower? Maybe too much. So let's get some of Tracie's little stars and fir cones and bits that Tracie did. I don't think I want the baubles for this, but the stars are good. And a little Tim Holtz piece there. That might work. Got snowflakes. I have this little Tim Holtz piece. Just wondering if I want that in there too. I don't think I do, because I think I want this. This is a Tim Holtz piece as well. That would work really well, actually, on there. But no, let's try and use Tracie's first, and then we'll come back and see what we've got that I can play around with. With other things, I did want to bring in some of the stars. We do have this fir cone. We have got this double fir cone. No, I like this one, I think. There. I do like the December on there, so I'm going to have to think about that. And yeah, we've got some of these stars. Again, they've got the silver on them, but I'm going around them with a bit of brown. Bit of walnut stain, just to bring that in as well. Wondering about up there. Let's have a look. Let's move this over. I wonder what that would look like. Could put a saying across there, but I also want to see what it would look like if it had a snowflake on top of the star. Drop the snowflake. Oh, I think that would work really, really well, actually. I kind of love that. Okay. And now I'm wondering about this a bit more. I don't know. Okay. I want to now glue. What I think I'll do, because I think I'm done with the kind of layering around here. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to stitch around these, and then we'll come back and continuing with the playing with the placement of things. Okay, so I've stitched around them. I've actually stitched around in white thread, so you can barely see it. But it's just a little bit of an accent on there, which is what we want. Now I'm going to stick this star down onto, not the star, the snowflake onto this star. And now we're going to start layering things up. I think I also want to stick these onto the actual corrugated card. Now this is going to be a bit difficult because obviously corrugated card has all this kind of ridging on it, so it can be difficult to get things to stick where you need them to stick, which is why sometimes it's good to work with the corrugated card that you have to pull the top layer off yourself, because then you can leave the flat paper on the inside and it makes it easier to stick things down. But this was already corrugated, so I don't need everything actually to be stuck. Thinking about it, I might want to like crunch some of this up, like pull it up and make it, you know, more textured that way. So let me remember that when we do this one. I think I'm already going to kind of scrunch that. And we don't know where things are going to be, so yeah. Just love this kit. It just makes me smile. So many images of people having fun in the snow. You may not have heard, depending on what videos of mine you've been watching, but a few weeks back we actually got snow where I was, but it was at midnight. It was the same day that the Tim Holtz live went up, the way he was telling everyone about no longer going to design but kind of going more down the creative route again. It was that same, because I was watching that video when I suddenly started to realise it was snowing outside. It was midnight and I just got up and went out in the snow, because we get it so little where I am that I was like, no, I'm not going to miss this. I'm going to go outside in the snow and I'm just going to enjoy it whilst it's here. Because yeah, it doesn't last where I am. So that was a thing. And it didn't last. I'm so glad I went out. It was enough of a covering that it covered the whole of the ground, so I could actually see my footprints. And that's one of my favourite things, you know. I don't know why, but it is just one of my favourite things when you are walking in the snow and you can see your own footprints. I just love that. But by morning it was gone. I've actually got some real fir cones that I might add too. I feel like that could go quite well. Could just bring in some green, some more green. I think I have some holly in here. I do have some holly in here. So we could go for the holly behind the fir cone, or off to the side of the fir cone maybe. I'm also going to wrap some string around this, so that's why I'm trying to remember or think about where I'm actively placing things, because of the fact that I will be adding the little wooden snowflakes. I feel like wood would go so well on here. I really want that fir cone, so we're going to add the holly. Yeah, I'm going to add some twine around the bottom of these. I think that'll look cute as well. Also wondering if I want to add some, I've got some of the Tim Holtz like Christmas wash rub-ons. I was wondering about adding maybe some of those. Let me think about that as I try and put this on here. So yes, I was out enjoying the midnight snow, and I'm so glad I did, because I woke up in the morning and it was all gone. And I was like, what? Are you actually kidding me? Of course you're not kidding me. Why would you be? That's just what I expect from where I live, where there's just not enough snow. Ugh. And I know some of you will be like, oh my gosh, we get so much snow, Belle. Like, it's awful. but we just don't get it here, and that makes me sad. Again, I probably wouldn't want it if I was having to deal with it constantly, but I'm not having to deal with it constantly. So look, I feel like I want another snowflake on here, so we're going to do that too. Also, I have a few options for how we can add like white accents on here that go with the snow. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to bring in some twine for this one, because I do want to wrap it all around the bottom, and then it will help me see what I'm doing. I'm just going to cut a whole bit of it and then go from there. And I don't really know how to do this, so we're just going to, again, go with it. We're going to wrap. I want it wrapped several times. And wrapped. And wrapped. No, this one needs to be longer. Hold on. Best way to do this is to find the middle of your whatever size string you're using. Find the middle and then make sure that is in the middle as you're starting to wrap. Because then you should have enough left either side for when you come to the front to tie a bow or whatever you want to do. Oh my gosh, I think I can get one more out of this. So, a bit of snow fun. I think I want the bow maybe over where the fir cone is, the pine cone. Wrap a little bow. Now, I would probably think that using a glue gun would really help with this, but I hate using glue guns. So if I can get away with not using a glue gun, I'm going to try, is basically my thing. And even though I did do that, we've still got one a bit longer. But again, I don't mind. I kind of like them being a bit different sized. I want that bow a bit smaller. Oh my goodness me, guys, I love it. Now I have some Tim Holtz words, but I also have from the Tracie Fox Winter Birds kit. She has these beautiful words on here, and I just think we need to find one of these. Maybe Perfect Day. I think Perfect Day should be on the other one. Let's have well, we've got Home for the Holidays as well. Winter Wonder. That's what I want on here. On this one with the older lady, because she just looks like she's looking. I cut that at a weird angle. Of course I did, because it's me. If you're new here, hello, welcome. I cannot cut straight. So, Winter Wonder. She just looks like she's looking. Again, that is not straight. That she's looking out into the Wonderland. Doesn't she? Doesn't she just look like she's going, oh, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And I feel like that can go down there. I'm wondering, Winter Wonder, Wonder, Wonder. I'm wondering if I want it on a little bit of brown. Well, maybe some of this actually. This might go well. We've got it. And I made this paper, so let's go for it and see what we think. Do 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 do. Winter Wonderland. I was going to start singing that, but I realised. But not. So we could put that on there. It could fit under there, which is brilliant, and just kind of pop up. And then we can have that on there. Could it go underneath the fir cone? Do I like it? Yes, yes I do. I'm going to trim it a little bit more where the fir cone is. And we are going to glue it down. I want to glue this first actually, because I want to make sure it's in place and then put the word on it. So I know I'm using a few different things. I've got these and I just love using words. Now I would normally always go for my Tim Holtz, but as Tracie had some in her winter bird kit, I thought let's use Tracie's. It makes sense. It's a creative design team project. Let's use Tracie's words. Oh my goodness me. I'm sorry. When something just comes together and I like it, I just get very excited. So yeah, I mean they're quite simple tags, but I think they're really effective. Winter wonder. Yeah, that's what she looks like. She's having some winter wonder. Like I said, I do have some of the Tim Holtz rub-ons, and I was wondering about bringing some in here because we've got one like that says stamp here, or letter and parcel. I quite like that one actually. Let's have a look if I like it on here. I wish they had more like snow related. These are all great, but they're very much kind of Santa themed. And I don't know if, you know, it would be nice to have some that are more... No, do you know what? I don't like it. We're not going to put it on there. I don't like it. Okay, we've got that. Right, let's get on with this beautiful couple then. Well, they're not a couple, but brother and sister. You know what I mean? Like, lovely, lovely image. I like the image. I think I do want the one that says December. We've got some flowers with this one, which I think would work really well. Oh, yes. Again, these are from Tracie's, part of her Christmas kit from last year. Get the words out, Belle. I want this. This looks too perfect. Can't have it looking too perfect. Let's completely crush it. Oh, I kind of love that. We've also got the flowers. No, I love this, so we're going to put this, and that's what I'm going with, and I'm not overthinking it. Do do do. I don't want the whole thing perfectly stuck down. We want it a bit crunched. Want it to have a bit of a, what's the word, lift to it. Do you see that? Yeah. Okay, and we've got to have some snowflakes on here too, just because we can't not have snowflakes. It's winter. They're walking in the snow. Ugh, I just wish I could hear what they were talking about. You know, want to hear what they got up to as brother and sister, like what little tricks and things they used to play on their parents and all of that kind of good stuff. I do love that one too. We do have another star, but I don't think I want the star on here. Do you have another fir cone? I don't think I want that either. I think I want the snowflake. So that's what I'm gonna go with. And I may even want another snowflake. I'm just looking for one that's a bit different. I think I'd probably want a smaller one if I'm honest. Maybe down under there with the flowers. What do I think of that? I mean, it kind of disappears a bit, but then it's also on there. Like, you can see that it's on there. And now that I've taken it out and I realise that it does need to go there, if that makes sense. Sometimes you don't realize a space is empty until you try something there and then you move it. Now I'm going to wrap this again with some twine. You've just seen me do it there. You don't need to see me do it again. So I was even wondering about wrapping it around the front, actually, the twine. No, we're going to do the bottom again. So I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, so I moved the bow over to the other side and I love the fact that you could see this kind of underneath. And we really need to think about, I did have some flowers as well, I'm realizing, and I didn't add those. But what we really need to think about now is a word for these. And didn't we see one? Christmas time, home for the holidays, let it snow. Do you know what I would love if that said Christmas tale rather than Christmas time? Let it snow, home for the holidays. Should we have let it snow? Because I feel like they're talking about the snow. I wanted home for the holidays, but then that makes it a specific Christmas tag, and I don't want it to be specifically Christmas tagged. I want it to be winter themed. So we're going to have home for the, well, no we're not, we're going to have let it snow. And I think I want to cut it at a bit of a, like, have a little bit of a banner shape, which is so hard to do on such a small piece, but managed it. Okay, so let it snow. And I think with this one it might be nice to have either the brown paper or another little bit of fabric on this one. I think that'd be quite cute. Let's see with the fabric first. Do 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 do. Just to do something a bit different. I didn't really want to cover that up, but we may end up doing that, and that's okay. Like, we could have it up there, couldn't we? No, no, I don't like it up there. Have it here. Let it snow. I kind of love that. Could have it over the snowflake. Kind of love that too. I wish I'd put the snowflake on a bit higher, but worst come to worst, I actually have another one. So let's glue this on here, and then let's glue the word on, because I like it kind of over there. So we can have that, and then the snowflake could actually be sitting more on top, maybe even on top of the thing. Let it snow, let it snow. So if we do get a storm and there's some snow, I'm just going to go and enjoy it a little bit, because we get so little of it that it just makes sense for me to go out and enjoy any that we do get. I mean, it's not going to last. So let's do this one. Actually, I've got this one. I quite like this one. Sometimes you just got to change your mind a lot. Nope, I'm going to go back to the other one. Oh no, come back. Woo-hoo. Let it snow. So remember, you can use these kits. You might have looked at that kit and thought, oh, it's just really for Christmas or winter. No, guys, you can use them whenever. I do still love the fir cones. I was still wondering about bringing some in under there, but I think that's too, I really do think it's too much. We've got the flowers. No, it's too much. I like that. Now, the thing I want to do is, I want to, first of all, let's put a hole in the top. So let's do that, because I think one maybe could have a tab rather than a hole. So we're going to put a hole in one. Hole in one! And I do have some of the little ring binder things. I don't know if these are going to work on here because of the corrugated card. But I've already inked these up at some point in my life with some distress oxides of some sort. So, yeah, you can just buy the white ones, guys, and then use your inks on them. Oh my gosh, it won't come off. Now, I would normally use a brad, but I don't want to use a brad with this one. I want to use the ring binder hole. What are they called? I always go to call them ring binder. Hole reinforcement stickers. There we go. That's the word, Belle. Oh, I know what I need to grab as well. I need to grab my snowflake. Tim Holtz snowflake stencil. That's what I need to grab. So we're going to have hole reinforcers on that one. But on this one, let's bring in a tab instead. I think that would be nice. So we're getting two different looks on the tags, which I like. I know we haven't done the little thing yet. I don't know if we'll have time to do the little girl, but I may just do it. It may just have to be a longer video. So I want that on there. We definitely need to bring in some, maybe this. No, that's too much. It's just too much. That almost looks too white. But the thing is, again, I can just bring in my walnut stain and just go over that lace a little bit. And it goes from being perfect white to a beautiful kind of grungier colour. Oh my gosh, the things we do, eh, guys? The things we do. So yeah, we got this beautiful white lace. I know what I'll do. I will then come in and use my walnut stain on it to just really make sure that it's grungy. Wondering about putting that on there. No. So I am going to go and stitch along here, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's what this looks like. And what I also did was I just put a bit of ink on the edges here and in the middle, because I just feel like the twine was also quite white and I want it to have that grungy feel of almost where it's been touched a little bit, that we have got this really beautiful, oh, it's just too pretty. I know it's really white, but again, it's very pretty. And I've got some of this kind of cream lace that my friend gifted me. Well, it was wrapped around my Advent gifts. So I think she probably cut it off a shirt, which is just brilliant. An old shirt. I'm going to try and put this through here. And this is why I usually use metal brads, not brads, eyelets, because I have to be very gentle if I don't have those in as the reinforcement, because I've ripped too many things when I've been not using the metal brad. So just gently pulling so that it does pull through but doesn't rip. Love it. Metal charm would be really good on here actually, wouldn't it? Why is that not coming through? Which one needs to be pulled? Ah, got you. I'm like, one of you needs to be pulled. Which one of you is it? Let's just trim this. My bigger scissors would have been better for this. Okay. Oh. So we have two different looks there, both of which I really like. Now, we have some options, guys. We have some options. I have, where is it? Oh, I was going to put some texture paste on here as well. Oh my goodness, where have they gone to? I have these little, here they are. These are like cabochons in white and grey that I thought might work. Also, I have some liquid pearls, white opal. Let's just bring the texture paste in a little bit. I just wanted a smidge in places. I forgot about that because we've got the gesso, but I also wanted a little bit of texture paste. Good job I was looking for the other thing and then remembered the texture paste, because it just kind of looks a bit like snow. Again, it's not needed. You could just use gesso for this bit, but I'm going to come in with a tad bit of texture paste in places. It's because I like it. This one's my older texture paste pot, so the texture paste is really thick and drying out basically, but I am going to use it because, yeah, I am. I'm going to use it. And actually the thicker kind of texture works really well for this project. I just need it in a few places. Let's bring in the lovely lady. Bring it in on here. Where do I want it? Let's have some up here. That's quite a lot there. Again, I'm not overthinking. I'm just putting it on. I mean, you can always lift it off. It's not a big deal. Oh, it's getting so dry. I have a new one, but I want to use this. So I will use it all up. It may be wanting to fight me and go, no, you will be used. This is actually the first one I've had dry out. I hear a lot of people say texture paste dries really quickly, but I've had some of mine a couple of years, and I mean open a couple of years that I've been using, and not a problem. This is the first one that I've really had dry out on me. So, you know, that's okay. I'm actually quite pleased with that. I've got a bit of, it's almost like snow on there. So it's thicker than the gesso, because we've got the gesso underneath, obviously. And it is thicker than the gesso. And it just still gives that kind of snow-like feel to the card. I'm going to just do that too. Okay, love that. And it will pick up some of the colour of the walnut stain underneath as well. I also had a couple of bells I was wondering about adding. Because, yeah, I just thought a little bell would be super cute on here. Oh, it is. I'm going to use it. Do we want two? On theirs. I don't know about the old ladies. I might put something else on hers. No, that's too cute not to put on that couple. On that siblings, silver or white. I think the silver would work best because the bells are like a grungy silver. So we're going to do that. Like so. Oh, it jingles. I love sound. I love texture. I love sound. It just adds to a piece, I think. Obviously, if you were putting this in a journal, the bells might be a bit too chunky. But we're not putting it in a journal right now. Oh my goodness me, look at those. Oh, and I was talking about something else. I got distracted. Oh my gosh, that's so like me, isn't it? It really is so like me to just be... Still got these. Oh, I wanted to add those, didn't I? I could actually add them under the... Yes, where's the other one? There was one that's already in two. Here we go. Right, so these are just from my local craft shop. Now, the thing is, these probably will need some hot glue. For now, I'm just going to attempt to glue them through here with glue. But I may go back on and add some hot glue to these. Because I really feel like, again, they may need it. And again, these are not the kind of thing, if you are going to add it to a journal... These are probably a bit too chunky to add to a journal, but can we just say how adorable that looks? Oh my goodness. Now what I was talking about was using these or the cabochons. I don't think I want the cabochons. I think they might be too white. Let's have a look. Shall we have a look? There are some cream ones. I'm just going to get one of my lids to one of my little pots, because then I can kind of pick them up and look at them a bit better. So we could have them. We do even have them, like I said, in the grey. So you could have them on like little snowdrops. But I don't think I like them. I thought I would, but I don't think I do. So instead I'm going to come on with the liquid pearls. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about using this. I'm just going to try it on my glue book because I haven't used liquid pearls in quite a while. Oh my gosh, and now it's not wanting to come out. All right, let me sort that out. I have another one. I do have another one. Yes, I have these in my stash. I'm just going to come on with the liquid pearls and just have like little drops of snow, little balls. And that is too, yeah, that's much better. It's a better colour than I liked for the cabochons that I had. These are going to take a little while to dry. And again, I don't ever use my liquid pearls. I don't have lots of them, but I do have some. So I just want to kind of use some of these things up that I have. And I've gone very silent because I don't use them that often, so I've gone a bit quiet just in case I mess up. Kind of like that. Just about finding a place where they can go. Okay, so we've used that on that one. I don't think I want them on here. The thing I do want though is I've got some white splatter paint, and we are going to use the white splatter paint because I'm not sure I do like the liquid pearls on there too much. I don't know. We've used them and that's all that matters. Let's bring in, because we need to cover lovely people's faces up. We don't want their faces ruined. And I have to also think about the word. I think I've just squished one of the cabochons. I'll come on with that. So I have got my Newton ink and I've got one in white, guys. So let me go grab my splatter brush. Okay, so I've got my splatter brush. I'm going to grab my glove because this will go everywhere. And we're just going to come on. Oh yeah, I much prefer that. I wish I hadn't added the other things, but we did, and that's okay. It's all about trying some stuff. Let's just do that. I want that on the fur cone and on there, and on the fabric actually. Oh, okay. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's put the lid on the ink before I tip that all over, because we know that's going to happen. We just know it's going to happen if I don't. Oh yes, I love the splatter. I should have just stuck with that, but we don't know till we try it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the perfect pearls. It just, I feel like the splatter is more me. Okay, Right, so these are basically done, guys. The only thing I need to do once everything's dry is stencil onto the back of them. But look at this. What do we think? We've got texture, we got colour. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those to dry. I think I'm going to do the one with the little girl, which is like a piece of ephemera, off camera. But I will show you what it all looks like once everything's dry. So they are all dry now, and I just think they're lovely. I'm really happy with how they've turned out. So we have our beautiful older lady who's just loving. I don't mind the liquid pearls now that they've dried. You know, it wouldn't be my first go-to usually, but actually I don't mind them and everything. And this is all dried now, the snow, which I really love. And I have actually come along and put snowflake stencil on the back. And then we have this that I do think is my favourite. I think the bells and everything on there, they do jingle. I've just realised they're slightly different colours, but I think they're still both silver, so I think that works. And again, on the back, we've got a little bit of sparkle on here. And let me just show you. So I did go ahead and do this little girl. Oh my goodness. I love this, guys. I really love it. Again, I've used the twine. I've layered it up with the same handmade paper here, some music paper. I've got a little bit of trim back here. Instead of layering up the fabric, I've actually used it as this kind of like fun tab that I've got a metallic, like a bronze star in. I've used 2 of the stars from the kit as well. I've put little snowflakes on here. I've brought in some more of that texture paste just to really give it that lovely kind of, well, funny enough, texture. Hence the name texture paste. We've got the twine, like I said, and then I used the bottom half of a tag, and then I added a little bell which also has some snow on it on the bottom of there. Oh, I just love it. I really do just love it. And this one says joy and cheer because I feel like it works really well. So this is my creative design team project. I really hope you like it. This would work beautifully in a journal. It would have to go near the bottom of a page so that this would come out the bottom of a journal. It would also go great on a piece of ephemera. I haven't done anything to the back. It would also make a beautiful mini journal cover. I just think it's beautiful, and I think they all work so well together. So again, the main kit that I used was Tracie's stunning, let me find it again, the name of it was Tracie's stunning Snowy Day portrait kit, and I think it did come with the stars. So yes, there is that. The words that I've used come from Tracie's Winter Birds kit. I'll leave these linked below. And then the fir cone and the flower that I used came from Tracie's Creative December, Tracie Fox Creative December Daily Advent 2024. And you can see I actually reduced them into 4. So it's really hard to see because I've cut them. But that was one page, that was another page, that was a page, and then we had a page here. So I actually reduced the size of these. They were a bit bigger and I wanted to reduce them. But again, the main kit I've used is Tracie's Snowy Days portraits, which I just love, and I think they work brilliantly for any kind of winter craft. I love this. These have actually stuck with the glue that I've used, so I'm not going to have to use any hot glue, which is brilliant because I don't like it. I just love these. I just love them. I think they're so adorable. I think they'd work brilliantly in a winter journal. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've been inspired to, again, grab some of your packaging. Grab some corrugated card. Grab some brown paper. just have fun layering, and these little images just scream winter to me and are just so full of joy. And yes, that's it for now. This is my creative design team, my first one of 2025. How exciting. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Tracie, for creating yet another wonderful kit, which I'm excited to work with in another project too. And I will be back again soon. Please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I appreciate every one of you who do any of that. And wherever you are in the world, guys, whether you've got snow or not, I hope you're having lots and lots of creative fun. Bye for now.